Guruji, why we always fall back to our same old mindset even after doing disciplined sadhana? How to conquer those habits?
We tend to repetitively fall back to our old patterns even after we do disciplined sadhana. Now, in the very question, if you understand, there is the answer. We tend to fall back into our regular or general state of behavior because remember, you have to give sufficient time for the mind to accustom to new habits. For example, it's not with the regular sadhana and it's with the old ways of thinking. If you do gymming for 3 or 4 days, on the next day, your mind will tell you, let us skip it today. One day, if I skip, nothing is going to happen. Or your mind is going to come up with some excuses. Or if you try to do any good thing, or if you try to do anything, remember, trying to do good and trying to do bad. If you try to do a bad habit, pursue a bad habit, and if you see, you will not find so many excuses. But if you try to pursue a good habit in your life, you will find so many excuses coming in between, and you have to give it an enough amount of motivation or push or impetus to actually get over a breakthrough. Why is that so? We all develop our bad habits or negative patterns of thinking with relation to our surrounding situations. If you see people who pick up for any bad habit or any negative pattern of thought, you have to understand we live in that kind of a surrounding. We live in that kind of a surrounding and we get inspired by few situations, people who pursue such negative habits, and we also tend to pick up those thought patterns or habits. Now, what happens is our mind recognizes them as normal. Now, when we want to do something good in our life, automatically our mind will say, this is new, and anything new, every object continues to be in its own state of motion until otherwise compelled by external force. So, what happens is every mind tries to fall back to what it identifies as its own self. I come from an attitude or a surrounding situation, family and all, where I am continuously bullied, where I continuously feel that I have low self-worth and I feel not so motivated about it, about my life. And suddenly I want to make my life and I try to give myself experience or practice where I can do better and best in my life. Then what happens? Our mind, which is already used to stay in a state of dormancy, is now trying to go up. Now, any time, remember, for 0 degrees, water, minus 4 degrees also water can exist, minus 10 degrees also water can exist. But water turns into ice at 0 degrees itself. But there are so many rivers in the Himalayas where we can find minus 5 degrees, minus 10 degrees water. Why is that so? Because to change of state needs a specific excitation potential. And that can only happen in a silent, still environment. If you keep the water flowing, the energy is lost in the movement. In the same fashion, what happens? Until otherwise we achieve a state of absolute silence in our mind, a state of absolute being in our mind. New habits do not have that excitation potential to change the patterns. So, for that, our ancient masters and even the modern day masters, they keep advising that any habit, thought that you pursue for 21 days or 41 days continuously tends to form a groove in your mind, and that results in forming a habit. So, if you are doing sadhana and if you are tending to fall back into your original state of mind, then you have to remember you have not yet hit the state of being where you find your new quality, habit, or behavior as a new normal in your life. In the days of Corona, especially, you see, the new normal is to wear a mask and go outside. But then every time most people they wear the mask and go outside, they feel this mask is not integral. And they feel, when will this get end? So the new normal is definitely not to forget the mask. But once the vaccine is launched, or once this, everybody is very happy in their mind to relinquish the mask. So the mask is never going to be a habit forming thing. Though we do it we have been doing it for the past so many months. It's never, because you're subconsciously always telling your mind, this is only till we find a cure. This is only till we find a cure. And this is only till we find a cure. If you do tell your mind, then your mind will fall into a state of adjustment where it continues to not resist any positive or any change in your life till that time is happening in your life. So generally what happens is, I will do gymming when I am till I am so and so weight. I will do gymming till I lose so many kilos. Am I clear with you? I just do gymming. I want to lose my weight and so I do gymming. After 3 days I find excuses. You keep repeatedly telling yourself, after losing 8 kilos, then I'll think, but till that time I am going to do gymming. Then our mind is going to say, okay, gymming is a problem. Okay, let's quickly reach 8 kilos, lose 8 kilos. And then after that, your mind will come up with excuses. In the same fashion, what is more important is, until otherwise, your mind, your emotions do not accept that you are truly inspired by your new thought, your new pattern that you want to adopt, new habit that you want to adopt, and you do not feel that oneness with that habit. If you see any negative habit, we feel that it's good, it's okay, and we feel that oneness with the habit. We try to justify why do we do that. So until otherwise, your mind tries to accept it. And that comes at a slow pace. We have a very, very wrong bias, a cognitive bias. We tend to pursue negative thought patterns for a very long time, and we want all our positive habits, thought patterns to give quick results. I have been lazing around all my life. Now I want to do exercise. After 3 days, now my mind is depressed that it's not working on me. After 1 month, my mind is depressed that it's not still working on me. Because my mind, I want it to show results in all positive activities instantly. Why? It's like students trying to say, every time exams are nearing, I study aggressively. The moment exams are over, it's holidays. Yay, it's holidays time. And the moment they actually emotionally and mentally say, yay, it's holidays time, the mind says, oh, forgetting everything and just being the way you are is your actual state of mind. That is the reason why we tend to forget all that we have learned in our previous classes also. Education or any good thing does not stay for a long time, because we actually develop this behavior in us where we, if you closely watch and observe, celebrate our negative pattern and we bear our positive pattern. All our positive patterns, positive behaviors are for a cause. All our negative behaviors and negative habits are for their own self. They just are for that. That's it. They just are there. Why do you have Why do you wake up late in the morning? Because I like being, waking up late in the morning. Okay, you want to wake up 5 o'clock in the morning? Yeah. Why? Because I will become more intelligent. All positive things are for a goal. Am I clear with you? So, and you don't resonate with the goal. So, all positive things tend to give you resistance. And so, our mind comes up with excuses. So, how to fundamentally not fall back into our original state of mind? Good sadhana is only a good sadhana, or a disciplined sadhana is only a disciplined sadhana where you tend to accept it as your way of life, where you are excited about it, where you are. If you see a lot of bodybuilders, they just love gymming, they love doing their exercise, and once they love doing their exercise, they don't find excuses. Even if they don't find any equipment, they will find some ways to do their exercise. So until otherwise you truly love what you first develop that affinity towards your habit. Do not have affinity towards the goal. Do not, if I develop a good muscular body, then so and so things will happen to me. Then your mind, oh, you are working for that goal, and you are troubling me, you are making me wake up early in the morning, and you are exercising, you are unnecessarily pushing me for that goal. Let me create resistance towards the goal itself. Are you able to understand? So, first start loving and experiencing. You have to make this yours. How can you do that? The same way how you do your negative patterns yours. You feel it. That is the reason why if you see to gyms and all, they paste nice and good bodybuilders photographs in the gym. Why? Because subconsciously you develop an affinity towards a body like that. Subconsciously you develop an affinity or an attraction. If you see, when somebody is doing something negative, we are very strongly averse, and that strong aversion creates emotion, and that emotion creates influence, and slowly but very slowly you start falling in for that. If you see, that is the reason why people who fight to alleviate poverty are never rich. People who fight to build abundance for themselves and for others, most importantly for their own self, they are always the abundant people, because you cannot grow rich without making a lot of people rich. If you want to make 1 crore, you have to do a business or some process which makes people earn few lakhs. In the same fashion, now it all depends on what you truly love, either your goal or your own process. If you love your process, then you never count time. Then your mind will not come up with excuse, and your mind will not make you fall back into your quote unquote old ways, because your old ways is your mind's recognition of the normal. My old way is my mind perceived it as my normal, and mind fights to get back to its original normal. So the more and more you say, this is my new normal, this is my normal, this is the way it has to be, this is the way it has to be, this is the way it has to be, the more, and stop expecting results from good things. Stop calculating, counting, and start enjoying. When you do that, automatically you tend to develop something called as real disciplined sadhana practice or process in your life. Sadhana, practice and process are all the same actually. because the spiritual word towards it is sadhana, but in life the real word is process or practice. Process oriented thinking will progressively grow. Goal oriented thinking will create obstacles. Jai Gurudatta. Jai Gurudatta. Jai Jai Gurudatta.